Ronaldo knocked out by Kylian Mbappe, as the title reads. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And today, two games have gone here to be played, and guess what has gone here to happen? Obviously, it is really one of those games that you would really want to watch. I think the most interesting of all has been the game of Germany and the game of, Germany versus Spain. To me, I really enjoyed it to the fullest. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. But we are first here to talk about Portugal being knocked out by the side of France. And guess what happened? The entire 120 minutes ended 0-0. Nothing like, there was nothing like a goal scored, but they had some beautiful chances, as you're going to see into these match stats of the day. So a lot is going to happen at the stadium where the game of is going to be played. Ronaldo is going to be knocked out. I'm going to be hitting about the Ronaldo fact and what it means for his career at the national team. I'm going to analyze the tactics of the manager of Portugal, and his team had an edge to go through, and he really took it to the penalties. I tell you, Portugal, if the manager managed this game better, he would have gone ahead to see to it that a lot really goes on his way, right? And I'm gonna be obviously tackling that. Then later, I'm gonna obviously go ahead and obviously be talking Germany and so on and so forth. So guys, let's smash like button like no other 200 times, and I see Kahendo Oliver already into the live chat. Thank you for obviously being a part of this channel, and you are always a regular onto this channel. Now let's obviously start it off with the stats that have gone hit obviously happen into the mix. And Portugal had 15 shots, France had 20. Portugal had 4 shots on target, France had 5. 60% ball possession by Portugal, 40% ball possession by France. 869 passes completed by Portugal, then 587 passes completed by France. You know, 93% ball possession, 93% passing accuracy by Portugal, 91% passing accuracy by the side of France. 8 fouls by Portugal, 13 fouls by France, 1 yellow card to Portugal and 1 yellow card to France, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to the side of Portugal and 2 offsides to the side of France, 11 corners to Portugal and 4 corners to the side of France. So when you look at all that, you really understand that nothing was really in favor of France in as far as attacking is concerned, apart from the 5 shots on target to 4 of Portugal and 20 shots to those of 15 that were directed onto the goal. But it shows you that Portugal showed that they're a better playing team, but the inexperience of the manager Roberto Martinez, that he got all the way from Belgium during the Euros and during the World Cup of 2022 and 2018, was really transferred to the Euros today. The guy is really naive. You know, when you look at the side of Portugal and the players really having, you cannot come out and really do certain things like that guy went ahead to do, because I was here watching in, and I ask myself, amongst all players on the pitch, why take off Bruno Fernandes? He never had a yellow card, and he's the only player in that Portuguese side who can really pull out a moment of magic. From nowhere, he can surprise the world that he is Bruno Fernandes for you, and he takes Bruno Fernandes off. That was really a very, 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 very bad mistake that he did, because Bruno Fernandes is a player who can really score a goal. He can create a chance. He's good at set pieces, and he can really create anything or something from nothing. But guess what the manager did? The manager went ahead and obviously said, no way, I'm going to really get him out of the pitch. He took him off the pitch, and however much he brought in Conceição, I believe there are other players that stayed on the pitch that would have gone ahead to first gate off before Bruno really got off. And look, how do you take off a player in, I think, towards the end of the game, when you know that they're going to extra time and you need Bruno Fernandes in penalties? Because Bruno Fernandes is a player who doesn't really get tired. I've never seen Bruno Fernandes play onto that pitch and he shows that he's really tired. He ran, you know, relentlessly to obviously see to it that everything really goes on, as he's a tenacious player and you'll need his quality. But you keep He kept Rafael Yao on, and I think Rafael Yao had a very bad game. You know, he kept Cristiano Ronaldo on. You understand? And he took off Bruno Fernandes. And all what would have gone ahead to do was simple: get off the guy called Rafael Yao. You know, if you want to bring on Conceição, and really get Bruno Fernandes and let Bruno Fernandes play on the pitch. You get? When Conceição comes in through, take Conceição onto the right or left. Sit it that they obviously do the needful with Bernardo Silva. I think that would have gone here to be the best plan for this manager. But this manager has no plan for the game. You get? This manager never had the right plan for the game, and that's why it went ahead to look like a very big gamble for the side of Portugal. And Portugal is out because of that manager. Portugal is out because of that manager. I said the same when they are playing against Slovenia. You know, if it was not because of Benjamin Šeško missing out onto that 1v1 versus Diego Costa that was really gifted to him by Pepe, Portugal wouldn't have gone ahead to be here playing. You get? And he thought that he could do the same mistake again, and he really moves away with it. And I tell you, Mr. Rob Martinez, you are not going to walk away with a clean slate. No way, because everyone is looking, and there are decisions that you're supposed to be making that you're not really making at that club. What makes you a manager is simple. Make big decisions. You take off Bruno Fernandes, the biggest orchestrator into your midfield. You know, that was really a huge red flag in what he went ahead to do. And I believe it's really one of those moments that everyone is going to be looking at and really know that they are really bad decisions made by the manager, and this team is out because of the decision that the manager went ahead to make into the mix. So Portugal is out because of Robertino Martinez. Secondly, the keeping on Ronaldo decision. I don't know how this manager really reads the game. But if I told you a good read of the game, there are certain things that you shouldn't even need your brain to obviously do that. Because for me, I think that was a no-brainer. You can't play Ronaldo 120 minutes. You can't. You can't. On the bench, they had Goncalo Ramos. You know, I saw in the extra time, I think, a very good line-breaking pass through the midfield to Ronaldo, who was really playing onto the right inside tunnel, and he tried to sprint, and guess who found him? He was closed down by was it Ruben Diaz? But remember, if I told it was a prime Ronaldo, they wouldn't have gone ahead to find him, meaning that if Goncalo Ramos was in that position, he would have gone ahead to obviously pace well into the 18 yards box area of France and maybe create something that would have gone to result into a goal. And there is something that I'm going to hate to see Mark Goldbridge talk about when Portugal got a free kick towards the end of the second half of the first 90 minutes played. Instead of him really going for like a teasing cross or an inviting ball into the 18 yards box area, because good headers of the ball like Pepe and very many others were onto the field of play. Do you know what he went in for? He decided to go in for a shot, and it was really denied to go through or to reach the goalkeeper by the wall that was really covering up the goal area. So he is the bad coach that is letting these things happen, and it's because of him that a team like Portugal is really out. Portugal is really out, you know, and the man is really to blame. I don't really look at anyone else, because that game had all hallmarks of Portugal winning it written all over it. That is it. It had Portugal triumphant hallmarks written all over it. And I was like, this is really very stupid, you know? And that manager is still at the job. It's not until Portugal accepts that Ronaldo should be shown the exit out of that team, or he should be playing like 30 minutes of the game, then that's when they'll best benefit from him. You know, like in the game today, if I'm the manager of Portugal, what I do, I don't start Ronaldo. I tell you, I don't start Ronaldo. I don't start Ronaldo. If I'm the manager of Portugal today, I don't start Ronaldo. I bring him on towards the 80th minute. That is it. Put Goncalo Ramos on. And we saw to it that the other manager, I think it was Beto, who was sacked, had gone ahead to make a decision that I'm not going to really use this guy anymore. He went ahead to make that decision, and it worked out in his favor. Though Portugal got knocked out, but they are knocked out because of that misread of that cross that was brought him through, and Diego Costa missed it, and then was it Erin Yasser went ahead to capitalize onto that and scored that goal that saw Portugal knocked out. And till now, Portugal hasn't gone ahead to accept it, and Portugal as a nation has decided to sacrifice their golden generation for me. They've gone ahead to sacrifice their golden generation because of Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, Ronaldo is gone. Ronaldo is the past. I tell you, Ronaldo is the past. You get? Not until they admit Ronaldo is the past. And people will say, hey, you people are really criticizing him because of his age. Let me tell you, Pepe, who was playing that central defense of Portugal, is older than Cristiano Ronaldo. But why isn't everyone pointing at the guy? Everyone is not pointing at the guy and is giving him his props because the guy has gone ahead to do well, and he's continuing to put in a very huge shift day in, day out as a player. You understand? So this is where you people get it wrong. For me, I'm not criticizing Ronaldo because of his age, because we've seen very many people who are really 40 plus and they're really performing better and looking better into the mix. For example, there is a player called Luka Modric. Has anyone who supports Croatia felt like Luka Modric is really undervaluing or really underproducing or underperforming for the side of Croatia? That person is not there. I haven't gone ahead to see anyone at the Croatian national team or supporter saying that Modric shouldn't be here. You understand? Teams have grown-up players, but look at Toni Kroos today when Germany was playing the side of Spain. Did anyone feel like this guy should really be getting off the field of play? No. Ronaldo is getting on the pitch not because of merit. He gets on the pitch because of favoritism. That is it. And Team Ronaldo, I'm sorry, I love Ronaldo, but I believe it should really be one of those things that Portugal should work on. They should move on from Ronaldo. Not until they move on from Ronaldo, that's when Portugal will really reach its ceiling. Because I call this a golden generation, because no team in that Euros has a team like that of Portugal. For example, Portugal has 3 good right backs: Diego Dallo, Cancelo, and Semedo. They have Nuno Mendes, one of the best left backs in the world. You get? And he's young. Look at their central defense: Goncalo Inacio. They're having Ruben Diaz. They're having Pepe, and very many others. You know. And when you go in the midfield, I think no team has players in the midfield like Portugal. You go, João Neves, Ruben Neves, Paulinho, Vitinha. You get? You can now talk about Bruno Fernandes. You can talk about Bernardo Silva. You can talk about which other player? Now you talk about the Pedro Netos, the Goncalo Conceiçãos. You talk about Rafael Leão, Diego Jota, Ronaldo, Goncalo Ramos, João Felix, Bruno Fernandes. Portugal is hugely gifted. Now, not until they get the best manager for that team, that's when they really get a hand. Or that's when they will touch what they're meant to touch. But without a very good manager, they're not meant to obviously do the need. That's why I tell people that I would rather give Jose Mourinho that job. I tell you, you give Jose Mourinho that team of Portugal, he'll win your trophy. He has other players that can really do the dirty work, and he has other players that can really use huge intensity to obviously come in through and really present the best of them. And I believe the manager of Portugal, who was really the reason or the orchestrator of their getting relegated. Having Daniel Okuja, Mr. Rokani, football is football. It wasn't their day. I tell you, you say it wasn't their day, you know, but France, a team that played worse, goes through, you understand, because of the manager knowing that even if Mbappe is one of the best players in the world, I take him off the field of play. How does a manager of France take off Mbappe, who could even go for the next minutes, and you leave Ronaldo on the field of play? You cannot take your best players off. You can't take your best players off. You get? You can't take them off. You get? Ronaldo is not supposed to be playing 120 minutes. You get? For me, I'm not saying that he should totally be off with the Portuguese team, but my query is Ronaldo shouldn't play 120 minutes. He should either have gone ahead to play like 70 minutes, take him off, get on Goncalo Ramos. If not, start him on the bench around the 70th minute or 80th minute, get him in, because he's no longer mobile as he used to be, and he deserves to come in through when these players are really tired, you know. But William Saliba pocketed Ronaldo. You get? Saliba pocketed Ronaldo like his kid. You get? I think you are getting my point. Talking about that day was for Portugal. You know? The possession, the threatening attacks, all were for Portugal. But they couldn't obviously come in through to come up with the best. Okay, if you want to keep Ronaldo on, then build a system that creates chances for Ronaldo, and tell Ronaldo, don't run onto the out wide right, don't run onto the out wide left, don't even make these what they call them, the half space runs, you know. Don't make them. Make yourself available in the box, such that the players really create lots of chances for Ronaldo. You know, all this is the manager. I'm talking about Ronaldo, but the biggest problem of the Portuguese national team is the manager. That is it. Muzora Eddie, hey Haradi, I watched the game, but coach of Portugal was a fool, all right? He shouldn't be the coach of Portugal, I tell you. You know, in games like this, when you're really having quality on your bench, that's when you come up with the best of a team. You get? And I believe this manager is really very, very naive. He's really incompetent, and he shouldn't be really managing the side of Portugal. I tell you, he shouldn't be managing the side of Portugal. Then I'm having Daniel Okuja. Bro, I disagree with you 100% about Ronaldo. You will disagree with me because everyone is entitled to his own opinion. I'm not going to come in through and really convince you that what I'm saying is right, but I'm just giving my opinion, and you also have your own opinion, right? So I tell you, my opinion is the manager of Portugal is wrong on the decisions he made, and he has gone ahead to see his team really get out of the tournament. It's the manager that has gone ahead to see Portugal get out. You know, you take off Bruno Fernandes off the pitch, you don't get minutes for Goncalo Ramos. And guys, I haven't gone ahead to see Goncalo Ramos play minutes in this tournament, and yet he's a very good striker. You get? So that is really, 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 really very uncalled for, and it's insanical for a manager to do such things. You know, it's diabolical. You know, it's unforgivable. So don't come out and really start to sympathize with this manager of Portugal. Ronaldo was on the pitch and played for 120 minutes because of that manager. You know, that's why for me, my point of Ronaldo is Portugal should move on from Ronaldo. That is it. You know, he has done his job. We all know that he's one of the gods of the game, but Portugal should really move on. They should really move on from Ronaldo. That's what I'm saying, and he should understand me. They should move on from Ronaldo, you know, like how Spain did. They moved on from Sergio Ramos, Iker Casillas, Sergio Busquets, the likes of David De Gea, who else? They really moved on from very many people, and that's what Portugal should do. You should really get this off, you know. I know you have your opinion, your team Ronaldo, but I don't think that you love Ronaldo than me. I love Ronaldo. I support Man United. I've loved Ronaldo ever since I saw him play for the club of Manchester United. Ever since he came in 2003, I've been a fan of Ronaldo, you know. But he should be managed better. They should manage him better, right? Keely says Ronnie play for himself. He's selfish. That is it. Henry Moses, good morning. Good morning to you. How are you? And let me even talk about Ronaldo, that he comes into this game of football knocked out of the quarterfinal. Yet yesterday, Messi, after missing a penalty, his team went ahead to play into the semi-finals, and they're really doing great. So I believe that Messi is really going to play in the final, you know, though he's not even putting out the best of an exhibition on the pitch, but I believe his team is really supporting him. And that is what Ronaldo is lacking at Portugal. Portugal is not playing to support Cristiano Ronaldo. That is it. They are not playing to obviously support Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, let's obviously get into some stats and see how the Euros are going to go. This game is going to be. Excluding penalties and own goals, France are yet to score in their 5 games at the Euros 2024. No side has ever gone longer without such a goal in the tournament's history, with the least Blues attempting 86 non-penalty shots without scoring from one at this year's final. So they haven't gone ahead to score a goal, by the way, a penalty, and the rest have been own goals. Even today, they have not been able to obviously score goals. France will play in their 6th UEFA Championship semi-final, with only Germany playing 8, ever contesting more. So France have now reached at least the semi-final in 4 of the last 5 major tournaments, World Cup and Euros, failing only at the Euros 2022 round of 16. And I think by then Trezeguet went ahead, obviously hit that ball on the bar. This is at least twice as many semi-finals as any other European nation since the Euros 2016, Croatia, England, Spain, all 2. Lastly, having only been eliminated from two of their 8 major tournaments, quarterfinals, World Cup, Euros, Portugal has since been knocked out at this round in both 2022 World Cup and the Euro 2024. And that is what Portugal really gets you. But let's talk about William Saliba. Saliba has pocketed Ronaldo, and he has gone ahead obviously keep another clean sheet, and it shows you how good Saliba is really coming. And I tell you what, if France is to win this tournament, they are not going to win it because they are really good in their final third attacks. No, France will win this tournament because they will obviously have a very good central defense. That is it. And let me show you how this guy really looked. And William Saliba, game by numbers, 100% tackles won, 98 passing accuracy, 48 out of 49 passes completed, 8 clearances shots, 2 blocks, 0 times dribbled past. He has gone ahead to obviously keep Lukaku and Ronaldo in his pocket, and he's really doing the needful. So that is how Saliba went ahead obviously outperform Ronaldo, and Saliba is to me one of the contenders for the man of the match today because he really put in a very good shift, and he pocketed Ronaldo, and there is no way Ronaldo could find himself out of Saliba's pocket. So that is William Saliba for you, and how he went ahead to look into the mix. Now, the other player that you have to give credit for France is N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante has gone ahead to play 120 minutes, and he looked really a shield into that midfield, and he really did a lot of checkmates into the mix. Now, N'Golo Kante had 100% tackles won, 91% passing accuracy, 91 passes, 64 passes completed, 3 clearances, 2 interceptions, 1 key pass, and he really looked great into that beautiful game of football, and that is N'Golo Kante into that game. So that's how Kante really looked. The other player, that Statman Dev, has gone ahead to capture his stats for, has been, let's talk about Pepe. 40 years, he's 41 years of age, but he's still really going and looks like he's not gonna stop. 152 touches, that is the most. 134 passes out of 138 passes, most. 97% passing accuracy, 6 clearances, 3 out of 5 tackles won, 2 blocks, and kept Mbappe quiet at the age of 41. Obviously, he pocketed Mbappe also, as William Saliba went ahead to obviously pocket the guy. Now, for everyone who is saying that he doesn't disagree with Ronaldo, let me show you Ronaldo's game by numbers, and this way you are going to know how he really looked into these Euros, that he's really shrinking, and in the due course of his shrinking, he needs to obviously get better and better. Now, 22 shots, 6 shots created, 1 assist, 0 chance conversion, 0 goals, disappointing tournament for Ronaldo. Now, can you call this tournament really great for Ronaldo? I think the best word to obviously put out is being disappointing. But they've gone ahead to go through, and they're going to be playing against a team called Spain. And Spain went ahead to knock out the side of Germany. And for them, it ended into the 120th minute when Merino came in and obviously scored a goal. But Dani Olmo scored after coming in through for Pedri, who really got an injury and is going to be out for some time. Then Florian Wirtz in the 89th minute leveled the game when everyone thought that maybe Germany is not going to come back, but Wirtz came out and obviously leveled the game. Then Mikel Merino in the 119th minute, he really went ahead to obviously score the winner, and Dani Carvajal went ahead to obviously get a red card into that game, and he's not going to be playing into the semi-finals. And is it going to be Pedro Porro coming in through? We wait and see what the manager is really going to be doing into the mix. Now, the stats were as follows: 18 shots by Spain, 23 shots by Germany, 6 shots on target by Spain. Germany had 5. 48% ball possession by Spain. Germany had 52% ball possession. 576 passes completed by Spain. Then Germany had 586. Then we had 85% passing accuracy by Spain. Then 84% passing accuracy by Germany. For 17 fouls by Spain and 22 fouls by Germany. 5 yellow cards to the side of Spain and 8 yellow cards to the side of Germany. 1 red card to Carvajal, that is a Spanish player, and then 0 red cards to Germany. 3 offsides, right, to Spain, and 2 offsides to the side of Germany. 1 corner to Spain and 5 corners to the side of Germany. That is it through coming in through from the man himself, known as the guy himself who goes by the names of Spain. So Nagelsmann is going to hit to be knocked out, and him being knocked out has going to hit to obviously see this side really do the needful. Germany had really not gone out of the group stages, I think, in the World Cup, and even they had even taken long without reaching the quarterfinal, but even to the quarterfinal, and I think is building up onto a very beautiful side of a team, and nothing's really going to stop this side from obviously being triumphant in everything that is going to be coming up into the mix. So that's exactly what went up at the side of Portugal, sorry, at the side of Germany. And now I came up and really made a list of who I believe are really going to be the winners of this tournament. I said France as my number 1 favorite, England as my 2nd favorite, Portugal as my 3rd favorite, and Germany as my 4th favorites. If you've been watching in this channel, you are not a novice to that. But guess what? Someone is going to hate to obviously quit. 2 of my teams have gone ahead to leave. That is Portugal and Germany. And you see to it that I put them in the 3rd and 4th fiddle in as far as winning this tournament is really concerned. So now, as it stands, we have to obviously come up and really look at things and how they're really going to be acting like. You understand? So all is going to be put out. And in the due course of obviously putting out that, I'm left with 2 teams, France and England. And I'm predicting a France versus England final, by the way. That is it. Because I believe England's going to be playing Switzerland today, but they will beat Switzerland, I tell you. They'll come out and beat it. You get? Then Netherlands, I think, is going to go ahead and really shock Turkey. Though Turkey is really a team that can really shock you in all angles. But I see a final of France and England, you know, and whoever wins, God knows, but I think France is still the favorites to obviously lift this trophy because they're really having some good quality players that have gone here to prove to us they're really, really good. Also, I'm having Henry Moses. Both teams were better, but only removing Bruno Fernandes is insane indeed. But Germany was my team. Yeah, Germany really played better, but they just failed to obviously not have a chance. You remember that chance of Kai Havertz, you know, that kissed off the bar? So it was not their day. It was not their day, and you cannot come out and blame Nagelsmann for how Germany got knocked out. It was not their day, but we saw that Germany was the better side on the pitch. But when you're talking about this guy called, Martinez Roberto, he's the reason as to why the team is out of Portugal. Portugal had all what they needed to obviously orchestrate a move and obviously do the needful, but this manager befell them. And I tell you, the mayhem that Portuguese fans are really having and the somber mood they are into right now, it's all orchestrated by their manager known as Roberto Martinez. So I'm having Brentford, Feni Benedict. Saliba rolls the almighty Ronaldo today and put him in his pocket. Wow, what a player in him. Keep it up, my boy. Yeah, Saliba is really great. I've told you that Saliba is the best defender in the world. People won't really allow it. And there are two players I really bet my hand on. Lisandro Martinez is the best left-sided centre-back in the world, and Saliba is the best right-sided centre-back in the world. Now, and they're by far, I tell you, no one comes close to them. Let me wait for Calafiori and see how he's really going to perform onto the left side of the centre-back, but I believe Arsenal is going to be using him as a left-back. Kahendo Oliver, Mr. Aradi, good morning. You have assured us that Calafiori hijacked fear over, so we are waiting for here we go, but when? Obviously, I cannot come out and really lie to you that Hugo is going to be coming in through tomorrow or when, but all I know is that Arsenal is now discussing the structure of the deal with Bologna. The player is just waiting for green light from the side of Bologna to board to come to London and obviously undergo his medical. That is it. But Chelsea are out. Chelsea are totally out of the deal. No club is going to come in through hijack it. Arsenal have gone ahead to knock everyone out of the way, and Calafiori is going to be an Arsenal player unless something surprising happens. But as it stands right now, he's really going to be a player for the club of Arsenal. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tomorrow, England is taking on Switzerland. Netherlands is playing Turkey. Now, we wait to see how things are really going to be panning out into that mix. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. But everyone has been part of this channel. Kahendo Oliver, thank you for watching through. Daniel Okuja, then Mozora Eli, Kili, Henry Moses, and Femi Benedict. You guys, amazing, and I think I might come back live again. So I'm planning to obviously come in through and obviously tell you what the plan of Mikel Arteta is when it comes obviously getting in the center forwards. May the living true God bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later.